Hello everybody, welcome to another video. This is Sun from Teleprompter.com, and today I'm going to be speaking about what is the best length for short form content on each platform in a way that is going to give you the best views and best engagement. So when it comes to short content, there are a lot of rumors out there that people are like, all right, it has to be this length, it has to be that length, but personal opinions away, there are actually datas on this, and each platform requires actually a different thing. When you do cross-posting, you see in one platform it does very well, and in the other platform doesn't. And I think if you ask my opinion now, cross-posting is the least you can do, of course, but it's the best way to grow on different platforms is to have a little bit of a different approach to each. And the first thing that you want to focus on is your length. Obviously, the first thing that you want to focus on before knowing what length of video you want to have is why are you posting? So are you posting to just get viral, to get more views, to get more viewers, or are you posting to just provide value for your already existing followers? If your aim and goal is to grow and to have your reel be seen or your short form content to be seen the most, then these are the three main platforms that I'm going to be covering, and these are the best three lengths according to the data. If you want to post on Instagram a short reel, then the best length that you can have is somewhere around 8 to 19 seconds. And if you shoot anything above 20 seconds, it will drop your viewers' retention or your discoverability by another 20%, and then from 30% on it will also drop another 20% until it's like 1.5. It rarely gets any views for a new account who really wants to grow. And the reason for this is that people on Instagram are usually just hanging out to be entertained, and you really want to keep, even if you want to educate people, you really want to keep that education on that short bite size and entertain them meanwhile as well, so it gets a shareability as well. If you want to learn a little bit more about how you can have a viral video, then you can check out this video that I made earlier. So this was for Instagram. And another thing before I continue is that always be mindful that the algorithm is always changing. It's changing so much that you have to really keep up. Like sometimes it changes once a month. It's always, these platforms are always looking for something new, and they always have a different agenda. For example, this format worked on TikTok as well, same shorter format, back in the time, probably around 8 months ago, 9 months ago, a year ago. But now on TikTok is the exact opposite. Now TikTok is promoting raw form content that's longer than 1 minute. And the reason they want to do this is because they want to come after YouTube, and they want to basically make TikTok not just like an entertaining place only, but like a place that people actually spend more time on, because eventually they want to run ads in the middle of the videos just the way they do it with YouTube. And for that, you may have also noticed that recently in the past year, your views on TikTok have dramatically dropped because they are not really that platform that, oh, you're gonna have a dance video for 10 seconds and you're gonna boom anymore. They have changed a lot, and their values have changed and the directions have changed. So for TikTok, your best length is on a longer length, and the best thing you can do there is to shoot it also in the TikTok video app, and don't just like take it from Instagram and put it in there if you really want to grow on TikTok and taking TikTok seriously. For YouTube, there's no data that tells you actually what is suggestive, what you want to be, what is a suggestive length. There are shorts that do good. Obviously on YouTube, you're only allowed to have YouTube shorts under 1 minute, but there are no criteria on what length actually does better. To my experience, somewhere around 15 seconds also does good on YouTube, or 20 seconds also does good on YouTube. But also I've had success with shooting videos that was 40 seconds on YouTube. So for YouTube Short, what you really want to consider aside from the length of the video is your thumbnail for your YouTube Short. So when you're posting YouTube Short on your phone, then there is no thumbnail. But if you post YouTube Short on your computer, then there is an option to add a thumbnail or actually pick up a piece of the video as a thumbnail. And that is your way of going around YouTube Short, because as people are using YouTube, because it's mainly like a long form content platform that people consume. So as they're scrolling on their discovery page or whatever it's called, then they see YouTube Shorts lined up in the middle. And if your thumbnail is actually interesting thumbnail that grabs people's attention, then they can click on your video and watch it. And the interesting part about the length, aside from YouTube, is that your length will actually make or break your video. Another thing you want to keep in mind with the length is that if you have a good length and you add a lot of hashtags now in the new algorithm, your stuff is going to get killed. The reason why zero hashtag is a way better idea now is because you have topics. You can choose a topic of your video instead of using hashtags. And when you use one hashtag, there's actually data on this as well, your video gets split into 50%. 50% of that attention is going to get onto the hashtags that you've chosen, and 50% to your seed audience. And if somebody doesn't respond on that 50% on the hashtag to your video, then your video is not going to get promoted. But if you don't put any hashtag, your seed audience is going to promote it, because seed audience likes what you do, hopefully, and they watch your video and they already respond to your video, and that's going to be a way better boost for your video comparing to using a hashtag. Remember, the algorithm is always changing. Back in the time, you could use as many hashtags as you want, and that was the way that it is. But to this day, things have changed, and now hashtags are not relevant anymore. So focus on your length and focus on what platform you're using, and make sure that you know what you're doing with your content. What is the reason that you're shooting? And why do you want to get this content out there? Once you've settled that down, then make sure your length matches your platform and stop using hashtags. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. It helps out with the algorithm. If you want to sound as natural as me, then you can download our app, teleprompter.com, in the description below. And I will see you in the next one.